Good afternoon, everybody. This is Faker with Questlog, and the time is here once again. Another month, another Master Duel event. This month we have Monster Type Festival. In this event, we are limited in our deck building to using monsters of only the Fiend and Fairy type, although we can use both. This encompasses a lot of archetypes that are really interesting and some of which are very powerful, but not many of which have seen competitive viability over the years. So for today, I'm going to give you a deck list for what I will be playing in the event, something cheap and powerful that hopefully you guys can build and enjoy. If you don't want to play the loner decks, however, it does warrant mentioning one of the loner decks is just like Labyrinth, like full power Labyrinth. 3 Ariane, 3 Ariana, a lovely 3 Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. It's got the Compulse, the Storming Mirror Force, like triple Welcome Labyrinth and triple Big Welcome Labyrinth. If you guys are like trying to play this deck but don't want to like shell out the gems for it, this is not a bad opportunity to do so. I think that this deck is ridiculous. Like stronger by far than the Cyber Angel one, and I actually like Cyber Angels, but like crazy how strong the discrepancy in power is. I mean the Fright for Fluffle one like isn't even fully built. You only got the one cat. I don't know. The Labyrinth is insane, so like definitely warrants consideration. But the deck that I will be bringing to this event is Unchained. Now, before we get in, if you're looking at this deck and saying, Faker, do I really need to craft 3 Unchained Abominations just for an event? No, you don't. You could get away with 2 or even 1, but if you do, I would cut the Extravagance package if you fear God. So let's get into the card by card. We're running 3 copies of Umbral Horror Ghost. During your main phase, you can special summon this card and 1 level 4 or lower Fiend type monster from your hand. You cannot normal summon set during the turn you activate this effect. Unchained Twins Aruha. You can target 1 card you control. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Fiend monsters. Does not matter in this deck. Also destroy the targeted card, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. If this card on the field is destroyed by card effect except by Aruha or battle, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck except itself. Also, it's a fire, which works crazy good with Small World, as we'll be getting into. Unchained Twins Reika. Quick effect, target 1 card you control, destroy it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Fiend monsters. If this card on the field is destroyed by card effect, except by its own, or by battle, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck. So both of these are very, very searchable off of Small World. You can get them on the field easily with something like Umbral Horror Ghost, and they let you go into your bigger guys. Unchained Twins Sarama. You can target 1 Unchained card in your grave except Sarana, set it to your field, and then destroy 1 card you control, including the one that you just set. So you could like set one of the back row from your graveyard and then immediately pop it. If this card on the field is destroyed by card effect except by its own or by battle, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck. Are you seeing a theme here? All of these are level 3, but their attributes are different and they're fiends, so they are very easily searched off of Small World. We have Raiden, the multidimensional kaiju here, to act as a Small World bridge. Also can act as removal because it is a fiend. We have 1 Unchained Soul of Disaster. Gains 300 attack for each Unchained card in your grave, and you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Dark Link monster using only that card you control and that opponent's monster as material. So also it's kind of like a kaiju in a way. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target an Unchained monster in your grave, except itself, and special summon it. Abominable Unchained Soul. This guy is just huge. You can only special summon 1 once per turn. If a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can discard 1 card to pop a card on the field. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the grave because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card, but it gets placed on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. Not that it matters, because you have a million ways to special summon it back from deck. We're playing triple Extrav in this build because the only extra deck monsters that matter are the Unchained ones, which is not to say you won't go into others, but you know, the Unchained monsters are definitely the bread and butter. We have triple A-Bombs Prison. Add 1 Unchained card from your deck to your hand. Nasty. Just a 3 of Searcher. If this set card is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon one Unchained monster from your deck. Oh, and it's just E-Telly for everything in the deck that you can plus off of by using like your Unchained monsters effects. This card is ridiculous. Play one Prosby just to kind of get to your starters, but you definitely have enough of them. 3 Small World. Small World in this deck is a bit tricky, but I think still worth playing. You have a lot of fiends that have varying like stat lines, so you can go like Small World, Umbral Horror, Ghost into a Ruha, or you can go like Small World, Radian into pretty much anything. So I do think that it is worth playing. Also, like the Abominable Unchained Souls, you really don't want to banish them, but you can use them to get to like a Ruha too. We're playing 2 Call by the Grave, 3 Torrential Tribute. Destroy all monsters on the field. That is a plus in this deck. That is what you want to be doing. We're playing Triple Infinite Impermanence. If you guys don't have these, there are other back row that do it. You know, really you can sub in any kind of good back row or back row removal because this list doesn't play it. If you don't have the Triple Impermanence, subbing these out for like 3 Twin Twisters would not be bad at all. We have 3 Escape of the Unchained. Target 1 Unchained monster you control and 1 card on the field. Destroy both. If this set card is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon 1 Unchained monster from your deck. Crazy. You can just set it and then pop it off of like a Ruha to just get your play started. Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. Special summon 1 Unchained monster from your hand or graveyard. If this set card is destroyed by card effect, special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. So you can see why we're not playing like as many of the big guys. Like we have a million ways to go into them, and you really don't want them like bricking up your hand. On to the extra deck. Did you know that all the nightmares are fiends? That is crazy. We're playing a Cerberus, a Phoenix, a Unicorn. These probably don't require much explanation, but this pops a special summon monster, this pops a back row, this spins back to the deck. They're just nuts. Unchained Soul of Range. 2 monsters, including an Unchained Soul monster. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, target 1 face-up special summon monster your opponent controls. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Dark Link monster by using that opponent's monster, and this card you control as material. It dodges a bunch of forms of protection. It's really, really strong. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, which it's not huge, so it can be, target 1 Fiend monster in your grave and add it to your hand. So it's recursion as well. Unchained Soul of Anguish with the Link 3. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls immediately after. Link summon 1 Dark Link monster, except this by using only that monster, and this card you control as material. This is not a quick effect, however, so you can't use it on your opponent's turn. So it doesn't give you like double interruption on your opponent's turn while you're building your own board. And then same deal, if this card's destroyed, you can target 1 Fiend monster in your grave, add it to your hand. So there's like a world where you can like recycle the Abomination if you're only playing the 1. We're playing an Apollosa. I know she's the lone fairy, but she's surrounded by abominations, so give her a break. We're playing 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Realistically, you're not really going to get a lot of material on board enough to actually make this thing. But there is like a world where you go like Umbral Horror Ghost, Aruha, and then just like spam the board, and then you end up getting enough for this. And, you know, there's not a lot else in the extra deck that is like super important, so we'll make room for her. Unchained Abomination. 2 monsters, including a Link monster. If a card on the field is destroyed by card effect, you can target a card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you can target 1 card on the field to destroy it. So basically, if destroy, then destroy. It's like a computer program. And then during the end phase, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Just whatever you want to destroy, this guy is here to facilitate your wildest dreams. I think that this deck is incredibly inexpensive. I think that there are ways that you can make it less expensive. Like I said, like you can cut these down. Cut the Small World package. Like maybe include more kaijus just as like a form of removal, so you can get rid of like your opponent's like problem monster before linking away. And then like you can add something like a Twin Twister, just as like back row removal, I think is really good. Additionally, Twin Twister says discard a top card, target up to 2 spell traps on the field, destroy them. It doesn't say like your opponent's spell traps, so you could theoretically pop your own Escape of the Unchained with it. So I think that that's fine. And really, like whatever other generics you have access to, I don't really consider like SRs to be like difficult to craft. I think that you can get enough SRs pretty quickly. But the flex spots in this deck are pretty wide-ranging, and so I think you have a lot of opportunities to kind of flesh out other than the core. I hope that this event goes well for you guys. This is going to be the first deck profile I'm releasing on this. I'm going to do a Fairy one, and then I'll be doing one more Fiend one on Magical Musketeers before the event drops and as it goes on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that the event goes well for you, and wash behind your ears.